Wednesday, October 20th, 2021. Are you guys ready for some fun things this morning?
Yes.
Oh, everyone is sleeping. Oh no. Let's try that question again. Is everyone ready for some fun things this morning?
Yes. Of course.
Okay. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to do this book, and we have a special reason why we are doing this Madeline book. So there is a company called Book Days, and it's actually run by a really young gal, very cool gal. Her name is Cassie Kincaid, and they're from the Dallas area. And they travel all over. They go to different cities. They also visit zoos and farms and monuments. And they read a special book when they go to these different places all over. Not just in Texas. They go all over the place. And guess what? That company called Book Days that makes videos, they were in Paris, Texas. And they did a tour with Mr. Tim and our mayor, Miss Paula Portugal. They did a tour of Paris, Texas, and our mayor read this book, Madeline, because she's in Paris, France. And guess what else? We're going to give this book away at the end of story time. That's why we need to make sure that everybody, adults and kids, everybody's name is on that sign-up sheet, because we are going to use that sign-up sheet and the numbers to pick a random number, and somebody's going to win this book.
Yay.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to say about Book Days and what you guys did that day when they were here making the video of Paris?
If you go to Book Days on YouTube and you leave a comment, you also have another chance to win the Madeline book.
Yes. So the video that they made.
It's fun. It was a really good day.
Yeah.
Really good day.
And the video premieres tomorrow, right? On the 21st.
Yep.
Yep, that's when you can actually access it and watch the videos tomorrow. But we are going to read this book now, and then you guys have a chance to win this book at the end. Have you guys ever read a Madeline book before? No? Well, this is a good introduction. Madeline, and look, it won a Caldecott Award. That is a national award for illustrations. That's a pretty high honor. That's really great. So this book was written by and illustrated by Ludwig Bemelmans. So let's see what happens. So this Paris in this book looks a little different than Paris, Texas. But it's both Paris, right? Madeline, let's see what happens in this book. In an old house in Paris that was covered with vines lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines. In 2 straight lines, they broke their bread and brushed their teeth and went to bed. Look at, they're at a special house, a special school. I bet they're all best friends. They smiled at the good and frowned at the bad. There's a robber down there. And sometimes they were very sad. It's snowing and raining. They left the house at 9:30 in 2 straight lines. In rain or shine. This is a very famous cathedral, Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, France. I have been there and it's beautiful. The smallest one was Madeline. I wonder what she's going to do. She was not afraid of mice. She loved winter, snow, and ice. To the tiger in the zoo, Madeline just said, poo-poo. She's not scared.
No.
She's a brave little girl. And nobody knew so well how to frighten Miss Clavel. Uh-oh, that's Miss Clavel. In the middle of one night, Miss Clavel turned on her light and said, "Something is not right." Little Madeline sat in bed, cried and cried. Her eyes were red. And soon after, Dr. Kahn came. He rushed out to the phone. There he is. He rushed out to the phone and he dialed Dan Non 106. "Nurse," he said, "it's an appendix." It's when your organs inside you. Her appendix is not feeling so good. Everybody had to cry. Not a single eye was dry. Madeline was in his arm in a blanket, safe and warm. So there goes the doctor carrying her. In a car with a red light, they drove out into the night. Where are they going?
Hospital.
Yeah. Madeline woke up 2 hours later in a room with flowers. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed, there was a crank. What do you think that's for? Probably don't have cranks on beds anymore, do we? You just push a button, zzz, it goes up and down. Madeline soon ate and drank. On her bed there was a crank, and a crack on the ceiling had the habit of sometimes looking like a rabbit. You see that? Outside were birds, trees, and sky, and so 10 days passed quickly by. One nice morning, Miss Clavel said, "Isn't this a fine day to visit Madeline?"
Is that
Who's gonna visit her?
drawing?
Wow, who's
Are
gonna?
those drawing?
Yes, they are. Who's gonna visit Madeline? Who did she live with and go to school with? Do you remember at the beginning? All these other little girls? They're on the bus. Ooh, and it looks like they're going to get flowers. We can learn a lot in a story by looking at the pictures too, can't we? So they're in a bus, and Miss Clavel said, "This is a fine day to go visit Madeline." Look at that. Visitors from 2 o'clock to 4 read a sign outside her door. So they're at the hospital now, tiptoeing with solemn face with some flowers and a vase. Her little friends are going to visit her. In they walked and then said, "Ah," when they saw the toys and candy and the dollhouse from Papa. Her hospital room is full of fun things. But the biggest surprise by far on her stomach was a scar. See her standing on the bed showing them her scar on her tummy? That was the biggest surprise by far. On her stomach was a scar. "Goodbye," they said, "we'll come again." And the little girls left in the rain. They're standing at the bus stop. "We'll come again." They went home and broke their bread and brushed their teeth and went to bed.
Where's Miss Caroline?
Oh, Miss Clavel? There's Miss Clavel.
No.
Madeline? She's still at the hospital.
But she's not in.
I know, I'm glad you noticed that. She's not home yet, is she?
No.
She's still in the hospital and her bed is empty.
Why are all of the other ones frowning?
Cause they probably missed their friend, do you think? Because her bed is empty. In the middle of the night, Miss Clavel turned on the light and said, "Something is not right." Oh no. And afraid of a disaster, Miss Clavel ran fast and faster. And she said, "Please, children, do tell me what is troubling you." Look at their faces.
Why are they crying?
Let's see. And all the little girls cried, "Boo-hoo! We want to have our appendix out too." You don't want to have your appendix out if you don't have to, right?
No.
We want our appendix out too. Why do you think they feel that way?
Come on.
Why do you think they want theirs out too?
I don't know.
They want the toys.
Do you remember what her hospital room looked like when they went to visit her?
Uh-huh.
She had a scar, and they thought that was kind of cool. But remember all the toys and things that she had in her hospital room? So they think they want their appendix out too. All the girls cried, "Boo-hoo, we want to have our appendix out too." Good night, little girls. Thank the Lord you are well. And now go to sleep, said Miss Clavel. And she turned out the light and closed the door. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. Nothing was really wrong with them anyway, right? They're just missing their friend and they think they want their appendix out. And this great book tells you on each page what the places are in Paris, France, and what the monuments are. That's what this is right here. And when we say the story's over, yay! And after we're done with our story time, somebody's gonna win this fabulous book. Isn't that fun? Yay! Okay, we are going to do a clap clap song on the video. Are you ready? You guys want to stand up and get the wiggles out a little bit? Yeah. You guys have heard this song before. If you haven't, it's really easy to follow along.
Get ready to clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together. Now let's pat our knees. Pat, pat, pat your knees. Pat your knees together. Pat, pat, pat your knees. Pat your knees together. Can you stomp your feet?
Oh, I can do this.
Yeah. Stomp, stomp, stomp your feet. Stomp your feet together. Stomp, stomp, stomp your feet. Stomp your feet together. Now let's blink our eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Blink, blink, blink your eyes. Blink your eyes together.
Good job.
Blink, blink, blink your eyes. Blink your eyes together. Get ready to wiggle your ears.
Oh.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your ears. Wiggle your ears together. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your ears. Wiggle your ears together. Now clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap your hands together. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap your hands together.
Okay, since you guys are already standing, we're gonna go right into our next video that he has queued up. But first, they're gonna help you get your pieces, okay? So we're gonna do the 5 little pumpkins. We did it last week, and we're gonna repeat it so you're familiar with it. So you need one of each piece, 1 through 5. You guys wanna get some pumpkins too over there so you can follow along with the song? I'm gonna move out of the way.
Go down the line. 1, 2,
Take your turn.
3, 4, 5.
You don't
pieces, go sit down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you can either hold them in your hand in order, or you can lay them on the floor.
I'm going to lay them.
1 through 5. And if you adults want some pieces too, come and get some pieces. Okay, so this is good for you to practice the counting. I have the numbers on those pieces. 1, 2, 3. And you can count pumpkins on it, okay? So we all need one of each. Oh, I like that. Some of you have it in a row, and some of you have it, thank you, Mr. Tim. Some of you have it in a row from left to right. That's how we read, right? From left to right. Or you have it from top to bottom. That's cool.
Alright. Got an order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we ready?
Are we ready with our pieces?
Yes.
And for those of you who can read, I have what they're doing on here. But you can also look at the faces.
Here we go.
Here we go. We like this video. Starting with which number?
One little pumpkin smiling, smiling. One little pumpkin smiling, smiling. One little pumpkin smiling, smiling. One little pumpkin is happy.
2. They're pouting because they're grumpy.
Two little pumpkins pouting, pouting. Two little pumpkins pouting, pouting. Two little pumpkins pouting, pouting. Two little pumpkins are grumpy.
Do you ever get grumpy? Never? Wow. 3, we're on 3. Yawning, sleepy. Make you sleepy.
Little pumpkins yawning, yawning. 3 little pumpkins yawning, yawning. 3 little pumpkins yawning, yawning. 3 little pumpkins are sleepy.
That made you sleepy. 4, crying, sad.
4 little pumpkins crying, crying. 4 little pumpkins crying, crying. 4 little pumpkins crying, crying. 4 little pumpkins are sad.
Maybe they ate too much trick-or-treat candy. 5, look at those faces.
5 little pumpkins laughing, laughing. 5 little pumpkins laughing, laughing. 5 little pumpkins laughing, laughing. 5 little pumpkins are playing.
Fabulous! Yay, give yourself a hand.
Alright, pumpkin.
You guys did a great job following along. And now you know what you need to do with your pieces? You go match them.
Correct
Set them.
numbers.
Yep. Put them in the right piles. She has all the happy smiling ones. Those are cute. Those are the favorite faces. Thank you. song gonna get stuck in your head all day now? Driving around Paris, singing that song. We are gonna do another fun book. When we are all ready. Yeah. Good job, you guys. Those piles look well organized. Yay! You have to sort your pieces out and match them in the right piles. Good job. Thumbs up. Good job. Is everyone ready for another story? Yay! Ellie, you want to come sit up in the front so you can see the funny pictures? This is by David McPhail. He wrote the story and drew the pictures. So he's an author and an illustrator. We have lots of books by him in the children's department. It is called Pigs Aplenty, Pigs Galore. Are you ready for this one? I read it this summer out on the library deck, but not everybody was here to see it or read it. So we're going to do this one. Pigs Aplenty, Pigs Galore by David McPhail. I wonder what they're going to do. Late one night as I sat reading, I thought I heard the sound of feeding. Lots of rhyming in here. Munch, 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 slurp, 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 crunch, 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 burp, burp, burp. Oh my, what could that sound be while he's reading his book?
I see some here.
There he goes. Through the kitchen door I crept, barely watching where I stepped. See this down here? A crash, a bang, a shout, a yell. I slipped on something. Whoop! Then I fell. Oh boy, he slipped on a banana peel. And this is a good example of what we don't want to do in our library book. Someone wrote in our library book. We don't want to write with markers in our library books, do we? Yeah, he slipped. There's eyeballs. Okay, let's sit on our bottom so everyone behind you can see. Look at that. He slipped and fell. I landed on a pile of pigs. Some were eating dates, some eating figs. In the cupboards, on the floor, pigs aplenty, pigs galore. What if that happened at your house? That would be a big surprise. Black pigs, white pigs, brown and pink, making oatmeal in the sink. Pigs in tutus, pigs in kilts, pigs on skateboards, pigs on stilts. My goodness. They're busy in his house. Pigs from England, pigs from France, pigs in just their underpants.
Underpants.
Oh my. I didn't even know pigs wear clothes in the first place. That's a funny picture, isn't it? Pigs arrive by boat, by plane, a bus pulls up, and then a train.
Hey, there's a cow.
Oh my word. He already had lots of pigs in the house, and now more are coming.
Look, there's a cow.
Different types of transportation, right?
Which way to do the cow?
Look at him. Look at that. Here come more pigs. A band strikes up, a piggy sings, then at 10 the doorbell rings. Wonder who's at the door. Someone yells, the pizza's here! And all the pigs begin to cheer. Do you see that pizza delivery pig outside the window? Look at all those pizzas. Do you see over here? Whoa. He's the one that rang the doorbell, and now they're all excited. That's a lot of pizza. Flying pizzas fill the air. One goes splat against my chair. The piggies eat their fill and I get nothing, just the bill. Do you know what the bill says? It says 50 pizzas. He has to pay $685. $685 for pizza? Oh, look it. How do you think he's feeling now? Grumpy? After all that mess in his house and getting the bill for all that pizza? He doesn't look happy. I've had enough, I scream and shout. Get out, you pigs, get out. Please let us stay, the piggies cry. Don't make us go, don't say goodbye. Well, you can stay, I tell them all, but sweep the floor and scrub the wall. They need to clean up their messes, right? That's the proper thing to do. There they are. I give them brooms, a pail, a mop. Now sweep and scrub till I say stop. They are busy. There's a lot of mess to clean up. The piggies work, and when they're done, upstairs they stagger one by one. They brush their teeth and comb their tails, then wash their snouts and clean their nails. They're all using his bathroom. The pigs and I climb into bed. I plump the pillows and plop my head. I close my eyes and try to sleep. Before too long, I'm dreaming deep. See this bubble above his head? Yes, he's dreaming of piggies. And there's pigs in his bed. I'm dreaming deep of pigs and pigs some more, of pigs aplenty, pigs galore. Do you think he was dreaming about all those pigs being at his house and ordering pizza, or do you think that really happened? Look at that. They're all floating around, sleeping. What do we say when the story's over? The end. Yay! Was that a good book? Yay! We love books. Okay, we are going to do one more thing for story time, and it is a book story, but it's on video. And it's called We're Going on a Bear Hunt. So we all need to stand up. How many of you have heard that story, We're Going on a Bear Hunt? Either in a book or somebody has told it to you before. Okay, well this is a good introduction to We're Going on a Bear Hunt. It is a really famous story. So now you're going to learn it today. Are you guys ready? We're just going to follow along with them going on a bear hunt. This is our last story. Here we go.
Going on a bear hunt.
Going on a bear hunt.
Gonna see a big one.
Gonna see a big one.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Tall grass.
Tall grass.
Can't go around it.
Can't go around it.
Can't go over it.
Can't go over it.
Can't go under it.
Can't go under it.
We have to go through it.
We have to go through it.
Swish, swish, swish.
Swish, swish.
Pretend you're walking through that grass.
Going on a bear hunt.
Going on a bear hunt.
Gonna see a big one.
Gonna see a big one.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
A river.
A river.
Can't go around it.
Can't go around it.
Can't go over it.
Can't go over it.
Can't go under it.
Can't go under it.
We have to go through
We
it.
have to go through it.
Splash, splash, splash.
Splash, splash, splash.
Going on a bear hunt.
Going on a bear hunt.
Gonna see a big one.
Gonna see a big one.
I'm not scared. furry ears. Two big eyes. Two big eyes. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a bear.
It's
a bear.
Quick.
a
Back through the cave.
Back through the cave.
Okay.
Step, step, step.
Step, step, step.
Back through the mud.
Back through the mud.
Squish, squish, squish.
Squish, squish, squish.
Back through the river.
Back through the river.
Splash, splash, splash.
Splash, splash, splash.
Back through the grass.
Back through the grass.
Swish, swish, swish.
Swish, swish, swish.
Run back home.
Run back home.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Run inside.
Run inside.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Woo. Safe at last.
Safe.
Safe at last.
We went on a bear hunt.
We went on a bear hunt.
And we saw a big one.
And we saw a big one.
I wasn't scared.
I wasn't scared.
Well, maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yay! Well, now you have heard the famous story of We're Going on a Bear Hunt. And we do have that book in our library, but it's just checked out right now at the time. So we did the video version of the story instead. Right? Did you guys like that? You guys are good at it too. Well, that concludes the story time for today, but we need to give away this fabulous Madeline book. And you guys can get stickers and color pages and a bat craft on the back table. So let's see what Mr. Tim has for us. Who is going to
15.
win the Madeline book down
We
here?
have 15 names,
There's
right?
15 names on this sheet, and it's just going to be a random number.
Our number is 8.
8. Number 8 is Emily Wade, an adult. Miss Emily Wade, come and get your prize. Yay! Of course, Emily will share with her daughter, Ellen. Yay!
A couple other announcements.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Take it away.
So we're already looking into Christmas. I know we have to look way far ahead. So the Paris Public Library is going to have a float for the city Christmas parade. And we need float riders. We need you.
We need kids.
Yes.
Be on our
we need
float.
kids. Of course, you don't have to send your kids off on the float by themselves. You guys can be on the float too, and I'll be on the float because I probably won't be marching around town on my crutches in the parade. So we're going to have a sign-up sheet just so we know how many interested float riders we have.
So you'll sit on the float and you'll wave to the people and maybe you'll throw candy or something like that. And you'll say, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you guys could be a part of the parade from that standpoint instead of watching it go by. You'll be in the parade.
Join the
So
library.
think about that, okay?
Have some Christmas fun.
Think
Okay.
about that.
Something else we got going on?
That'll be December 4th. So, this is something great that Mr. Tim came up with that he has done at his other libraries. It's a storybook walk, and we are going to do the Polar Express storybook. So, do you want to explain how the storybook walk works?
Yes. We have a storybook on posters, and you walk through the city and you read one page of the story. Then you walk to another shop and you'll read the next page on the story. And you will walk kind of around town with your family and you will read the story. Before we go on, we're going to do a walk, a community walk, so we can all walk together on December 7th. Santa will be here before we walk, and Mrs. Claus will be here before we walk. And after we walk, we may get a little Christmas present, some hot cocoa.
Yes.
But
Oh, where does the first page of the story start?
it starts at the library. So we can do a Christmas storybook walk.
Yes. So keep
So
this
put
in
that on your
mind.
calendars.
Yes. That's December 7th.
And finally,
And we
this
have the
Saturday,
Read With Me program where you can read with a therapy dog. And this is Nemo. He is a golden retriever, and he month, but it's adjusted for the holiday months like November and December.
And if you read to one of the dogs, you get a trading card to collect for each time you read.
Yeah.
So,
Lots of fun things going on. Okay, if we are done with our ads, you guys can come and get a color sheet and make sure you get a sticker from Mr. Tim. It's actually has
Time.
He has the color sheets. And you can take a photograph from the back table.
Nice.
Thanks for being here, everyone. Which one did you get?
Good job.
That one makes me hungry.
Come today or this week. We're having a C6 week.
Yeah. Oh man, I was so down a week before I was like, I know you better. Yeah, she's good.
That's it. Just take care of it.
Here we go, you got started when you're
There
ready.
you go.
Sing our song.
So involved with that.
Y'all wanna take this home? What is it? Hey, what color bag do you want?
Let me get a bat. Oh, you get a color bat.
This pink?
Yeah.
Okay. Can Ellie hold it? I got one braces.
Brody loves to win as well.
Which one you want, sweetheart?
Yes, yes. This one here.
You want a blue one? You want a light blue or dark blue? Huh? Okay, there's dark blue. Shall we go see about Bob? Oh, we gotta sing song.
The more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Yay!
Think about the parade, everyone. Think about our story walk.
And don't forget, you can wear a costume next Wednesday to story time.
Costume, grab your little
Want to go see if we can
background.
find Bob?
Yeah.
Let's go find Bob. You got that. You got that. Let's go.